Welcome to another week of Eye of the Storm, a Guelph Storm podcast with myself, Ryan Drury, the voice of your Guelph Storm on Rogers TV, and I'm very pleased to be with a guy who does a little bit of everything for the Guelph Storm. This guy blocks shots, he hits people, he stands up for his teammates, he'll fight, he scores goals. Ladies and gentlemen, the ace of spades himself, Grant Spada, joins me. Spades, how are you, bro?
Good, Ryan. Good. How are you?
I'm doing awesome, man. Let's start right there with it. And I wanted to talk to you as soon as I could about your first career goal. We were fired up for you. We love it when guys that work hard out there get rewarded with a goal. And it was a big goal, too, and a beautiful shot. Walk us through what you saw out there on your first career OHL goal, my friend. A special day.
I needed it. I needed it. It was due. Searles passed the puck, and I found a corner, and that's about it. Is that quick? I mean, can't really remember the rest. I mean, it was unbelievable. I was happy. It was exciting, but I mean, there was still work to be done. We were only in the first, so I was pumped. It pumped me up for the game. I felt like I had a good game after too. So see what happens here. Hopefully, a little bit more to come, but all the credit to Searles.
You don't strike me as a guy that really needs pumping up, though, the way you play out there. But I mean, like I talked about recently, on last week's show, most recently with your teammate Christopher Soares, who we chatted with him right before he scored his first two career goals. I don't know, the podcast must be good luck or something. Guys always love it, and you can tell when teammates, get extra fired up when guys like yourself that are hard workers, that do a little bit of everything for the team, and especially guys that are tough and stand up for their teammates, they get, the bench gets a little more fired up when guys like that score. And what that mean to you seeing the guys on the bench when you ripped that thing home? They were so pumped up for you.
Yeah, it was built up for a bit now. I mean, the boys love it. Like even in practice when I score one, like everybody will laugh and like give like a big woo. But yeah, I mean it's like the boys are awesome. I mean there's no better group here. So we got the best boys in the league. So I couldn't be happier who's all been here this year. We got a great group.
Yeah, we've heard about that pretty consistently, and I want to dig into that a bit with you. But before that, this has been a big milestone year for yourself. You get drafted in the 7th round by the Tampa Bay Lightning, who have a habit of developing really good defensemen and defensemen with lower picks, too. So I think you landed in a great spot. But just landing there and hearing your name called by an NHL team, Grant, I mean, that had to have been an unbelievable moment for your parents, your whole family. I know your dad would have been extra fired up. We see him a lot in Guelph. What was that day like for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, my dad didn't watch; he was too nervous. So, my mom and I and my sister was with my dad working on the farm. So, I mean, it was unbelievable. It was commercial break actually when I got picked. So my mom made me put my phone down because I was looking because it was a little bit faster than the TV. And my mom actually called it. She said like 212, like lucky number if you do backwards. So I was like, okay, like maybe like we'll see what happens here. And yeah, so I saw my name and my buddy was right beside me and we were pumped. So gave a hug to my mom, and then my phone blew up. So it was an unbelievable experience.
And it comes off the back of a year where I think you showed a lot of scouts the type of player you are and the effort that you can bring to an ice sheet. I want to read you your scouting report heading into the draft on Elite Prospects. It says Spada is an assertive physical blue liner with quality shutdown ability. Sounds pretty good. He steps up to keep pucks in the zone, forces entries wide, and engages physically along the boards. That's pretty accurate so far. Consistently wins battles, strips pucks, and stops opposing cycles. And off the puck, he reads rotations well, communicates well with teammates, and protects the net front. I think they nailed you down pretty well there on Elite
Yeah,
Prospects.
that's good. That's what I like to hear. I mean, I know my role, and I love doing it. So it's good.
Well, you seem to really love doing it because, look, the game has certainly changed a little bit in terms of the way physicality presents itself night to night. I think that, I mean, you obviously fit in well with the modern game. You're a big, rangy kid. You got a long reach. That's something that any coach loves. And you do defend well. I feel like you could have played in the 80s, man. You're a tough kid, dude, and you're always willing to drop the mitts. It's something that's a little more rare in today's game, and maybe is something that's a little underappreciated. But I'm a little old school. I do
Yeah,
appreciate it.
I
And I
like
know
it.
your teammates do too. Like, what does that mean to you to be able to bring something like that to the ice?
Yeah, I mean, bring it back. I want the old style. So I love like Topper plays that way too. Me and him go at it in practice and battle days. We like to hit each other and get physical. I mean, it's good. Like you need that. I mean, every team needs someone like that, and we got a couple. We got some really tough guys on our team. Like we got a really good group this year. Like we're ready for this year to come. Like it's coming. It's we're gonna be good.
You're already good. I mean, the improvement year over year is pretty marked, and like everybody can see it as we record this on November 10th. You guys have won 6 of your last 8 games. That included a 4 game win streak, which is something that hasn't happened in the Royal City in a couple years. And you talk about that kind of team camaraderie and toughness spilling over to other guys. A guy I just referenced, Chris Soares, he gets in his first career scrap a couple days ago, standing up for himself after a rough hit. And he took on a kid much bigger than him in Julian Brown. Like when you see stuff like that, it must fire you up and everybody on the bench going like, geez, anybody on this team is willing to step up and do the dirty work.
Yeah, I mean, Soares and I are roommates here, so we live together.
I know.
It's good. He's been talking about it for a while now. He's been ready to go. So I'm like good on him. Like I'm happy for him. He was pumped. I was pumped for him. We The boys are laughing at us in like the room because we're both from the same house here, and we have a pretty good bond here. We're good buddies now. Like it's good to see. Like I love it. I like when anyone does it. Like it doesn't matter like win or lose. Like it's just stepping up to the plate. Like it shows a lot of character.
I love it, dude. You remind me a little bit like I'm a very vocal, self-professed Caps fan. You remind me a little bit of Johnny Erskine back in the day. If you're not familiar with Johnny Erskine, look him up. You
I
remind me a
will.
lot of him.
All right, I will. I will.
Yeah, look up Erskine, some of his scraps. You remind me a lot of him. I think you're quite a bit more skilled than Ersk. Not to diminish him, but played for a long time, and I think you're going to too. And on that note, you get picked by Tampa, you get to go to prospect camp. Obviously, I talked to your dad a little bit in the broadcast booth a couple weeks ago, and he was talking about getting to go down there. Like, A, how special was it to go down there, and what all did you learn while you were there? And B, how special was it to have family be able to come down?
Yeah, I mean, unbelievable. I mean, there's not many words else like I can say. Like, I got down there. It was hard work. Like you put on your boots every day. It's just I think like the biggest thing I learned was like how to be a pro. Like how they act. They work out before. They're stretching before. Like usual, like we would. But like how hard they work out before practice, and then they work out after too. Like the right meals they have, the preparation for like bed. Like it's a lot to take in, and I feel like I took as much as I could in, and I wanted to bring it back here. Like Charlie, of course, and the guys that have seen that, like they understand, and it's good to see. Like I'm yeah, I mean it was unbelievable. My family, like my dad came down and he watched the prospect tournament, and it was tough sledding there. Like it was hard work. Like everybody's hitting there. It's everybody's working as hard as they can, right? They're trying to make main camp, and it was an unbelievable experience. That's all I got to say.
That's great to hear, dude. And I mean, again, fully earned. None of us are surprised. And you talk about bringing it back to Guelph, and we saw that. I mean, right from the word go, we've commented often, Mark and I, up in the box, just about how much better you look personally and the team overall. Obviously, I mean, the numbers bear it out. The wins you guys are racking up lately, but you in particular, like you were already a really strong kid. I mean, I wouldn't want to upset you in a dark alley somewhere, but I mean, you look stronger, you look quicker, your feet are moving. Like you must have had a hell of a summer, man.
Yeah, I mean the off season was big this year. I was doing the right things. There's no days off, that's for sure. Like I when I got back, I took my time to rest, but really like I was in the gym 4 or 5 days a week, and then like hard gym. It was good. I've never had a personal trainer until this year, and he really worked me into shape. I ended up getting like 205 by the end of summer, which I gained like 20 pounds of muscle, which is still carrying on with me, and I think it's for the better. And then yeah, I mean, I was skating with Tampa a little bit for my skating and skills, and I I have like I appreciate them so much. They've worked on me a lot already, and I think they totally changed my game. So it's been awesome. And then of course like Davey, I mean, he worked on me all year last year. Like I gotta give all my credit to him too. Like he transformed me into a different player as well.
Since you bring them up, like I've asked some of your teammates on this season of the show just how big it's been to have the same coaching staff come back and get right to work with you guys again. And there's some consistency there in the message, obviously. And Rob Davidson is a really big part of that. Played in the NHL for a long time. So did your head coach. Your other coach, Scott Simmons, played pro across the water for a long time too. Like having those guys back and having that consistency there, you guys know what they're all about. They've learned a lot about you guys. How critical has that been, not only for yourself, but for the team and the great start you guys are off to?
I mean, it's everything. Like having a good relationship with your coaches is pretty much how um it's how good we play. Like our coaches have been unbelievable to us like from the start. I mean, for me, Davey is like I deal with Davey more. Like he teaches me after practice like little things, and like just listening on everything they say. I mean, Corey won 2 Stanley Cups. I mean, he's been around. Like he's unbelievable too. So, and I mean, I don't work with Scotty that much, but me and him joke around a bit. He's like we have good bonds with all our coaches, all of us. So it's good we're joking around the room. I mean, it's good to have like the morale up, right? Like we need that, and it's been a little bit different this year, like for sure. Like we're really like dialing in. We have a great group.
And you talk about that coming from the coaches, but ultimately they can only do so much, especially in hockey. It's not like football where you get to stop every play and get some direction. It's got to come from you guys. And we consistently hear about how great this group is. Well, we see it, and I talk to you guys. Like I can tell you guys are all great kids, but the chemistry has seemingly gone to another level. And on that note, I want to talk about your housemate, Chris Soares. How big was it for you, and how special was that to watch him score his first? Both you guys score your first career OHL goals within a few days of each other, and they were both nice goals. Like, how did it feel watching your housemate there, your buddy Sorsey, score that beauty on the backhand?
Unbelievable. It's like he's like a brother to me. So it's like honestly the boys are so tight. Like we are all a good group. Like I mean the older guys are tight with the younger guys, and the young guys are tight with everyone. Like it's not groupie. It's like all like we're all in it this year, and we're 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 gonna have a good little run here. We're all pretty good. So I mean, everything, the bond is good, the room morale is good. Like, I couldn't be happier. Like, I know the boys couldn't be happier. We're all pumped.
Well, we are too. And I mean, it's been a lot of fun to watch. I mean, Mark and I talk a lot on the air and off the air about, how tight you guys are playing. I mean, the sacrifice on every shift, the hard work, it doesn't dip off. You guys are, bringing a real consistent effort every night. And I mean, it translates out into the stands too. The fans have been right there and they've been really enjoying it. I have so many people coming up to me on the concourse going, can you believe how hard this team's working? it's amazing. And I mean, the fans, they're always special in the Royal City, but they're right there with you guys hammering away. It's been a fun atmosphere so far in Guelph, eh?
Oh, of course, we're the best fans in the league. There's no doubt about it. So I said that the other night in my interview as well. Like honestly, we have fans coming up to us after the game saying like how good we played, and there's like we all listen. Like all the boys love to listen. Like if they have something to say, we just like it's it's awesome playing in front of them. And there's I scored my first goal, and I feel like everybody was pretty pumped in there. So it was nice to see that as well.
I was pretty fired up for you. I'm sure you probably saw the highlight. Like Mark and
Yeah,
I were,
I
we were
watched it.
pretty excited.
Yeah, yeah, I watched it a couple times. I can't lie.
Yeah, once or twice, and I'm sure it's so funny too because that day, like I was talking to your dad, and who I assume was maybe your little brother that was there with him. I think.
Yeah, yeah, brother.
Yeah. So they came over and had some nice comments for Mark and myself, and I said to him, I was like, he's gonna score soon here. Like I can just feel it coming. Like a half hour later, you rip one, and I was real stoked about that. It was just kind of funny the fortuitous bounce that kind of happened. I mean, Serling gave you a great pass there, and I want to talk about the way you guys are playing offense right now, too. There seems to be a lot more cohesion. You guys are all on the same page. The way you guys forecheck, the way you guys are holding the blue line confidently, it's really something, man. Like, has anything changed, or is it just improvement from everybody getting a little better over a summer?
Yeah, I mean, confidence, I think. The boys are getting a year older. I mean, it's just all of us are a little more confident. Like I would say that's it. That's for me. I mean, I think I'm a little more confident. Like with a puck, you have more time than you think. So that would be my take on that.
I want to ask you something, and I know he'll be excited that I asked you about this. You're a guy because of the way you play. Sometimes you have a seat in the penalty box from time to time, sometimes for 5 minutes. And
Yeah.
on occasion, when you sit in there, you see my friend Tevin Salins, who operates the clock most nights. Sometimes he's helping out down there in the penalty boxes. And he
Yeah.
told me that you're probably the most polite kid that ever comes into the box. And
Really
that
good.
strikes me because you come in there, especially after a fight, getting really fired up, and then you sit down, and he says you're like the most polite kid to deal with down there. How do you like bring yourself down from 10?
I mean, my mom always told me to be nice, so that's one of the things. But no, seriously, I think I'm all fired up. The boys fire me up after the fight usually, so I sit down and take a couple big breaths, and then I like to like chat in the penalty box for a little bit, just get my mind off like the fight or off like on my head's spinning a bit, like I'm just all fired up. But if I talk a little bit, being like, be polite, of course. I mean, it just gets me out of, it gets me out of like a bad state, I would say. So I'm getting more calm so I can handle the puck after I had a big fight.
I love it. Well, hey, thumbs up to Mama Spada. She's gonna love
Yeah.
that. I love it. No, I wanted to ask you about that, and I hear the candy game is strong down in the penalty box too. Not that you indulge much. What's on offer down there? Like, are we talking jujubes, Skittles?
Ah,
Like, what's the deal?
yeah, jujubes are good. They're hot right now. So
What's your go-to jujube? And I will judge your choice.
red is mine. I got it.
Let's go. Red is the only option.
Yeah.
Green is a close second.
Yeah, you know what? I actually like yellow a bit. I don't know how you're gonna feel about
Yellow,
that one,
it
but
it's
red's the best.
fine.
Red's the
Red,
yeah.
red or dead. I love it. That is the one. When I first had you on this show, Spades, I know that I always like to ask guys when I first have them on, a little bit about their music taste. I like to ask you guys, if you could pick a goal song. I feel like when you play pro someday, and you will, the only option for you is Ace of Spades.
Yeah, you said that. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
the only one.
Yeah, I remember you saying that. Yeah, I looked at it. I remember it was like pretty like hard rock though. Yeah.
That's Motorhead, sir. The great Lemmy Kilmister, God rest him. Motorhead, legendary metal band. And like I've always told you, you kind of play what I like to refer to as punk rock hockey. Little bit of attitude, some snarl in there.
Yeah.
And Ace of Spades is your only option, dude. It's the
All
only
right.
one.
All right. I'll remember that. I'll remember it.
Take it with you. It'll serve you well. And I mean, they should play it after you get in a scrap too. That'll really get the crowd going.
Yeah. I'll yeah, I'll check it out. I'll check it
Down
out.
Download it, and that from now on, that's your song as you drive to the rink. As
All
you
right.
pull into the Sleeman Center, Ace of Spades is on.
Okay, I'll remember that. I like that. I'm gonna download it here on Apple Music.
I'm gonna make sure. I'm gonna check in with you. All right.
All
I
right.
just sometimes there's a song, just a play on words, usually a play on a guy's name. It's too perfect. I remember having Bonesy on, and I was like, you got to use Them Bones by Alice in Chains. And he was like, I don't know if I've heard that. And I was like, you'll understand when you hear it. And that's
Yeah.
Ace of Spades for you, dude. I feel like
All
that
right.
song was made for you.
Okay, I'll definitely check it out. That's funny.
I want to ask you too, obviously I mentioned we see your dad quite often, Craig Spada, who of course is the commissioner of the Greater Ontario Hockey League. No J in there anymore. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm starting to learn. We see him quite often. It's great to be able to have your family so close and be able to come to a lot of your games. I want to ask you, you obviously have a long career ahead of you, but with what your dad is up to and the long career that he's had involved with the game, is that something that you ever want to do? Like when you're done playing someday, like be involved with a league, be involved in some type of management position, get into coaching? Like, is that something you've ever really thought about?
Yeah, I mean, I'm hopefully my career doesn't end anytime soon, but
No, no.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna stay in the game as long as I can, right? So I'll figure out what I do depending how far I go. If you never know, like coaching becomes easier the higher you get up. So I mean, if not, then probably be a referee eventually. But I would like to coach for sure one day.
You'd be a great coach. I can see you patrolling a bench in the suit. You'd be an intimidating figure out there. If you were a ref, though, I feel like no games would get out of control if you were a referee. You'd be handling business out there, dude.
My dad tells me I got to be a linesman, so
There you
I'm gonna try to
go.
do the opposite and be a ref
The,
like him. So
absolutely. The family business. Why not?
yeah. He says be a linesman, but I think I'm gonna be a ref. So
How cool is it, obviously, to be able to have someone like your dad with the position that he's in running now the official development league of the Ontario Hockey League? It kind of was already for a long time, but now that like it's on paper, how cool is it to be able to kind of see his day to day and what he's doing in the game and managing that league? It's got to be pretty cool from your perspective as a guy who played in that league to kind of see the inner workings of how that all goes down.
yeah, I mean I'm pumped for him. Like I'm proud of him. He's done a great job with the league. Like he puts a lot of effort in. So I mean, yeah, I'm not holding him back. He can do that, and I stay away from it. He doesn't really talk about it with me that much. So it's good. Like I love that he's doing that. It keeps him busy. I know he wants to do that for like the rest of his life. Like I know that's once his retirement job for um being with the Goj or the GOHL now. So
Yeah, I
uh
have trouble. I still call it that too. It's so
yeah.
hard.
So yeah, no, like, we don't talk about it much, but that's I'm happy for him. It's good. My whole family is.
Yeah, and for good reason. When you look at the team this year, you guys add a guy like Ethan Miedema in the offseason, and he's fit right in. Another big, nasty player who can just do a little bit of everything out there, scores nice goals, big hits, aggressive guy out there, knows how to play the right way. And then obviously with the way the NHL works, like, you never know what's gonna happen, but you guys get Jet Luchenko back. He becomes co-captains with Charlie. And having two guys like that share the sea, I think not only it says a lot about the two of them and what they think of each other, but a lot about your team. And you've referenced it a couple times already, how close this group is. having those two dudes as kind of your go-to leaders and getting a guy like Jet back into this lineup that was already playing really well, that had to shoot some serious adrenaline into the legs for everybody, eh?
Oh, of course. I mean, Jet is like, it's awesome to have him in the room. Like, he's not only amazing on the ice, he's like amazing off. So it sparks the boys. I mean, CPOC and or Charlie and Jetter, like they're different. I would say they're different type of captains and but like very similar at the same time. Like their efforts always 100% and like the boys follow through with that. Like I mean we couldn't have better captains. I mean, Charlie's a little more vocal, I would say, and then like they both show it on the ice. It's awesome.
Yeah, Charlie's certainly more of a vocal guy, and Jet is, I don't know, he's kind of like that Joe Sakic type. Like he's just
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
say much, but he doesn't need to. He just goes out there
Oh,
and like
that's other
he
things.
he
Yeah,
came back in that first game that we saw him in. Like I said to Mark, like he looks like he's skating angry. Like he's just moving out there. When that kid starts coming downhill at you, I mean, you practice with him. Like how difficult, how bad do you feel for other defenders having to watch that kid come at 100 miles an hour at them?
he's the fastest guy in the league. I mean, it's pretty hard to play against. So
He might be.
yeah,
He
yeah.
might be. I mean, when he gets going, man, it's scary. But I think opposing forwards feel the same way about going into the corner with 21. I don't think that anybody's a big fan of that, man. And like we talked when you were first on this show about, that physical nature and that's the way you like to play the game. And, when you go out there and you see a guy coming for a loose puck, like, is that a moment where your eyes get a little wider? Like, I know what I'm doing here.
Yeah, I like to throw the body around. I mean, if I can fire up the boys at any time, I will. So, I mean, I love like just be a good teammate and the rest will follow through. So, yeah, I my eyes do light up a couple times a game. So, I try lately I've been really focusing on getting the puck out, like doing the right things, getting like shots on net, like playing the right way. I'm out of fight, so I won't be fighting any unless I get instigated on. And yeah, I mean, I think is like how good is it to for me to fight. I think it's also like me like my defensive skills and playing the puck. Like now I'm starting to have a little bit of offense in my game, and I think that's doing good now.
The game recently against London, and I mean, I know those are always marquee matchups, and I mean, because of the success they've had, I think a lot of teams circle the calendar when they come into their building. I thought that was one of the most statement wins this group has had over the last couple seasons. And during that, you guys killed off a partial 5-on-3, and you blocked 3 shots. You were a little staggered heading to the bench. The guys fired up like when you guys have efforts like that and you're able to go out there and make a huge defensive play, because yeah, I mean the physicality is great and the fighting when it's necessary, it's awesome too. But doing those things as a defenseman, that's got to make you feel pretty good when you head back to the bench. You're like, hey, I made a big play out there.
That's my favorite part of the game, honestly. Like killing off a penalty for the guys and like let them do the offensive work after that. So I mean blocking a shot, do anything for to get in front of a puck. I mean I'll do it every time. So you won't see me jumping out of the way out of the puck for
I
the
don't think
boys.
we ever have, man. We
Yeah.
we've never seen that.
No.
And you sell yourself short, I think, because the goal you scored, I think everybody's going, let's see a little more offense out of Grant
Yeah,
Spada,
I yeah, I mean, I I've started like playing with Singer. I mean, he pushes me to do a little bit more offense, I guess. So I love playing with Singer. He's unbelievable. Like we have a good relationship, like off the ice and on the ice. It's good. Yeah, I mean, he pushes me for offense, and I'll be yelling at him for defense, and then we're a good mixture. I love playing with him.
You guys, I wanted to ask you about that. I'm glad you brought him up because you guys have been a pretty consistent pairing at times last year, but certainly this year. I mean, you guys are basically always penciled in next to each other. And I think you said it well there. I mean, he's certainly got a bit more of an offensive bent to his game. You guys are kind of the modern day defense pair. A big, nasty guy out there that can shut things down, and a quick, mobile kid who likes to rush the puck. What is it about playing with him that you think suits your game so well?
Oh, I mean, I like protecting him for one thing. Like, I mean, nobody's gonna screw around with Singer, hopefully, when I'm out there, and then
No.
uh, and then I mean, he pushes me. I said like pushing me to do offense. Like it helps me like get into the zone, like hold the blue line. I know he has my back, and then he knows I have his. Like there's it's a great fit for both of us. I think. Yeah, and I think this is a big year for him. Like he's going into his draft year, so if anything helps, like if I can help him out with that at all, I mean that would be incredible. I hope I can.
Oh man, spoken like a true teammate. Spoken like a true teammate. Well, I think you're kind of the guy for kids like him that are a dream D partner. I think he's lucky to have you out there on the ice. The Guelph Storms certainly are. The fans love everything that you bring to the rink, and I want to say again, congrats on that first goal. I hope many more come. We were really excited for you, and I want to thank you for coming back on the show, buddy. This has been a lot of fun.
Thank you. It's always a pleasure, and it's a fun time. So it's good. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Absolutely, buddy. And we'll do it again. Grant Spada, you want to come down and watch him and the Guelph Storm team rocking and rolling right now. You get tickets at the box office at the Sleeman Center of the Guelph Storm website. Remember, you can find this podcast on the Storm website and all your favorite podcast apps, YouTube as well. We'll be back next week with more Eye the Storm.